Hey, great day, everybody. It is Happy, Blessed, Joy, Thankful Thursday. I am so glad that you're here. I'm your girl, Kat. Welcome to Chat with Kat and Friends. It's a wellness network, y'all, and that's all we do. If you are here, that means that you are interested in, and solidly loving everything positive, everything, that has a wellness vibe to it, that like speaks into your life, that the intention is to speak wellness into your life, to pray for you, to help, to encourage, to push me. I am blessed as well in all of this, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to grace the channel and give of myself as God has given unto me, right? That's what we're doing. We're sharing our gifts, collaborating. I thank the Lord for you on today. I pray that you continue to give him thanks, that you are thankful, that you are counting your blessings, and not so much, because I used to be here, y'all. I used to be here. I used to be where I was looking at everything that wasn't kind of in a place where I was focusing on the wrong things. And you know what it does is it brings more wrong things. It brings more wrong things, or things that don't sow into your life to make you fruitful, to offer prosperity, or to enlighten you and bring you, good health, good wealth, and all of those great things. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to partner with you, collaborate with you. If you're looking for, hey, I'm available. So if you're looking for a facilitator for your positive working groups, your positive empowerment groups, or all of the things that we're in so much need of today, especially youth and young adults, I am there with you. I am for you. We are pushing for you. We are pushing for you. I'm praying that you reach every positive aspect of your life, and those seeds are planted early and what planted and they grow. We want to set those foundations of mindfulness, of emotional control, of wellness, thinking positively, handling ourselves in a better way, where we're thinking before we're acting and reacting, doing some role playing. We got to get these things done and lay some firm foundations within our youth concerning prayer, concerning who they are, connecting to and being everything that they can be, with what's inside of them right now, what's inside of them right now, that can be, whether it's whether you look at it and feel like, oh, it's a bunch of mess. It's a bunch of mess. Well, guess what? You used to be full of a bunch of mess yourself, and you might be right now. We're all working to improve, to get better, and prayerfully, you have somebody that you're connected to that's helping you along the way. You, God, and whoever he's placed inside of your circle, inside of your close circle or distant, however that looks for you and however that works for you. We're praying that you're connecting to those sources, resources for empowerment, for improvement, to go further, to be fruitful, to be prosperous, and all of those things. We're praying with you and we're praying for you. Continue to pray for us as well, you guys. And that leads me to touch that notification bell. If you haven't touched that notification bell, subscribe to the channel so that this channel will grow. Then I'll know that this information is going out and it is being used by someone. And as long as God keeps giving it to me, I'm going to keep giving it out. So yep, we are here today. It is Thankful Thursday. We are so thankful. Look, I ran across, I would like to share with you and always want to be able to bring you some enlightenment, um, great news, and awareness. Like, we want to be aware. Look, I had an appointment yesterday with the doctor. Have you ever been to the doctor? And I'm going to share some of the information that I have for you guys in just a moment. But have you ever been to the doctor and found out you gained a few pounds? That was my experience this week. And I'm not shy to too shy to share that, because I don't feel it, and I don't think I look it, and I'm not asking you to tell me. I am not asking you to tell me. But what I am saying, it caught me by surprise. And I was like, my doctor said, I'm a veteran, so I'll go to the veterans. My care is at the veterans hospital or clinic building downtown. And shout out to the veterans organization and administration and all of those who help to support, take care of our health, and put things in place. I've heard many like not so favorable things about how those processes go. I haven't had any run-ins or complaints, and I'm just thankful for that. Everything can use improvement. Everyone can use improvement. But thank you. I am so thankful for veterans care and veterans health, veterans medical health and therapy, and all of those things that are out there that people are sewing so much into and taking care of. At any rate, back to what I was saying. Did you know, Baron Wilson, did you know that you gained a few pounds? I was like, no, I didn't. But after nurse so and so, they cut you go in and they take your vitals, take your blood pressure, take your do your height and take the temperature, all of those things, and your weight. I'm like, I didn't until I was told that because it's not something that I monitor on a daily basis. It really isn't, because I don't know. I just don't. Do you monitor? Look, do you monitor? I'm gonna put the question out there. Do you monitor your weight on a daily basis? And I think it depends. It's going to depend for everybody. It's going to depend for everybody what your goals are, what your health what picture looks like, and what you're trying to do, and how you're trying to be, which all incorporates into what your goals are. So I think it's different for everybody, and the reasons why, the motivations why, and for some of us things like that. And for me, it falls into, I don't want to be anxious or overly concerned, but you do have to know. So that's one thing you do have to know. So even if it's not something that you're doing on a daily basis, it's something that I need to add to my regimen, to just be aware. So she was like, because you guys, if you don't remember, I used to walk, run, and all of these things. I used to be so active, and now I'm having these knee issues, and it's not Arthur, but I'm having these knee issues. So I'm having to take a different route to my health and to managing myself and my weight. I have to, right? So she's like, so what can we do? And they're always asking you the questions because they want you. Now they know, but they want you to say it, because it's like, you should be doing these things, right? I'm like, well, I could stop eating like I do. So many cakes, so many pies, so many cookies. That cup of coffee that like drowns in all the sweet stuff every day. Yeah, I need to. I can do that. I can change the way I eat. I can definitely do that. Change what my choices are. Because it's not super bad, but it can be better. It can be improved. So if you are in that space and you relate to that in any way, I want to encourage you to make the choice to make the changes, because it'll be better for your health. I am going to do it. I have to do it. And I pray that you do it too. I'm just going to pray that you do it too. If you like to if you like to chime in and let me know, that will be awesome. We can be accountability partners toward that. And that's great. So what did I find? I found some information. Oh, I ran across excuse the glare. I wish I could take that away, but I can't. But I have to put my glasses on. I'm about to read a little bit. So with that, we need to make our health and wellness a priority. And someone that stepped forward, and many people do, but I ran across this article with Tyler James Williams. You know of Everybody Hates Chris, and Abbott Elementary. Oh my gosh, our family loves Abbott Elementary. So if you haven't tuned into Abbott Elementary, we encourage you to do so. It's one of those, I'll call it a black show, one of those black shows that we need to watch so that it can stay around, so that it can get the ratings that it deserves, so that those wonderful actors, actresses, directors, all of them um, stay. And without every elementary, I'm sure they'll stay employed. But we want to keep that show going, keep things like that going, because it's just a great show. Abbott Elementary, it has great lessons to learn from, great values to pick up, to use, and it's funny as heck. So anyway, Tyler James Williams, and we still watch reruns of Everybody Hates Chris. I can't think of the channel that it comes on, but I still love Everybody Hates Chris. Tashina Arnold and all the other actors and actresses that are in it. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's still going. It's still, I guess in syndication, is that what they call it? Because the reruns are going now. Yeah, so he played, and he was Chris. He was Chris. So, yes, but at any rate, he reminded us, and I got this from blavity.com, BLAVITY.com. He reminded us to prioritize our health and our well-being, and don't suffer in silence, because he did so for a long time. The article went on to say, and I'm not reading it verbatim, but you are very welcome to do so in your leisure. Like I said, it's from blavity.com, and he did so for a long time, living with Crohn's disease, and for a long time he didn't even know it. But in addition to that, he never, or he hardly ever went to seek medical attention concerning it. And then the medical attention he sought kind of treated the symptoms of what he was feeling. This is what he was saying in the article. Treated the symptoms and didn't really steer him to the actual cause of what was going on in him, as concerning pain, chronic pain, and things of that nature. So some of the things that he was offering as gems that we should look to and try to incorporate in our lives is to advocate for ourselves, by being as open and honest as possible with your doctors or your specialists concerning what may be going on with your health. Being honest with yourself. We do want to be open and honest with our doctors and medical professionals and therapists and all those things, but we also need to first and foremost be honest with ourselves about what's going on and the things that we need, the help that we need. The help that we need, because sometimes we don't know what kind of help we need, but knowing that we need help and voicing that we need help can move us into the right direction of getting the right help, the appropriate help that we need to go forward, and taking our medicine. When you look at any of, I don't know, not all of them, but any of the past videos and information that I've posted, it's all about wellness. So I'm always encouraging and empowering you to take your medicine, and using my family as the testimonies to those things, because we don't feel like we want to take the medicine, and then we might read about or hear about instances where this has happened and that has happened from this person, taking the medicine or doing, whatever. We'll hear some negative information concerning the medication or surrounding the medications that we have to take or whatever that we've been prescribed. But we want to encourage you to, if your doctor prescribed it, take the medication, and also work on with them. Some doctors do give out holistic like type information, and some don't. So you may have to do, and even when they do, you have to do your own research to figure out like what foods. There could be foods that you can eat that are enriched in whatever it is that the medication is trying to do, or it right is seeking to do, and will do. But sometimes there are complications that come along with medications, like side effects that we don't want. We don't necessarily want, and that we don't need. I don't need migraines. If it's a side effect of migraines, and this is something that I've expressed to my doctor, I'm not, we have to find another way, because that's something that I previously have encountered migraines, and due to having strokes in the past, many strokes. So I'm not taking any medication that has the side effect of migraines, because it's something that I'm not willing to do. It's that increases the percentage rate of me, having to deal with that debilitating factor. And if it's already there, why would I push it along? So we're gonna, but you're gonna discuss it. You're gonna discuss it. Suffice it to say, in that moment, you're gonna discuss it, and you're gonna be open, and you're gonna be flexible, and you're gonna be flexible to other suggestions, to other reminders and things of that nature that would be helpful. That would be helpful to us, to be flexible, whereas we're listening and we're understanding, and maybe we're taking notes, and we're doing our research, right? And we're doing our research, and whatever we're finding in our research, we want to get back with our doctors concerning that thing. Hey, I'm going to do this, not to so much as get approval, but because you've done your research and you understand that replacing eating in this healthy manner and getting these vitamins and nutrients from this food and that food, from the bananas, from the blueberries, from the blackberries, from the spinach and all of that, changing your diet is going to help. And then let it be, let the proof be in the pudding, because you're going to go ahead and do it. And, you're going to go ahead and do it, and things are going to change for you and your health. But you discussed it with your physician, you discussed it with your therapist, and this is what we want to do. We want to discuss it and not just go out blindly, because we aren't medical professions. If you aren't, you're not a medical profession, and you don't, and even if you are, you don't know everything. Nutrition might not be your thing. Like dietary methods and nutrition. Of course, health is your thing, because you're a health professional, but dietary nutrition may be, something, that you're not the greatest at. That's all I'm saying. So at any rate, I'm thankful for, on this Thankful Thursday, that Tyler James Williams is stepping forward about his challenge with Crohn's disease, and he's in remission right now. I believe he said for like 2 years or something like that. He's been in remission, and he's like the poster child for some medication, so you guys can look that up as well. But it's Crohn's disease is what he was suffering from. He is now in remission. We want to praise God for that. He's taking the necessary steps and seeing the correct medical professions that are pushing him in the right way. And he's, I'm sure, doing things in a better way health-wise. He's eating better and taking care of his body better and his mind better. Yep, because all those things incorporated make us a better person. And round out who we are, right? And who we want to be. Going toward who we want to be. So moving forward, this Thankful Thursday, I am thankful for you. Please touch the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the things that you're doing, to increase your health, increase your wellness, and make it more positive. We want it to be in a positive state. And also, what you're thankful for. Hey, hit me up, hit us up. Let us know what you're thankful for on here on the channel Chat with Cat and Friends, the Wellness Network, or on Emerge to Wellness Instagram page, Facebook page, Chat with Cat and Friends Facebook page, Instagram page, all of the things in any of those areas. Hit me up. Let me know what you are thankful for. This is the Thanksgiving season, and this is the holiday season. Our hearts and thoughts and prayers are going out to all those who and this is also a very tough season for some, very tough indeed, because a lot of loss has happened, a lot of disconnection possibly has happened, and when that is when that is relevant in your life and it's something that is your reality, this time of year especially, because it's has its ups and downs and lows and all of those things, ebbs and flows, but this time of year can especially be super super tough for you. So we are definitely praying with you, praying for you, in that aspect, in that great big wide world aspect of feelings and emotions and all of those things. We're praying with you. But it's the great time of year. It's a great time of year and season. Prayerfully we can give thanks and be thankful and be like this, because it's very festive and everybody, is more positive. There's more, celebration and lightheartedness and all of those things. We just want to pray that we can keep it going with the positive nature and how people feel and how they interact with one another. People are like nicer sometimes, and are just more, genuine in that way. So we would love for that to keep on going, keep that love going, keep that extension, and those are extensions of the Creator, the extension of God, and so that's what we're praying, and that's what we're doing, and we pray that you do the same. So happy Thanksgiving. Just in case I don't touch base back with you before then, happy Thanksgiving. I pray that you have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. What are you doing this Thanksgiving? How are you celebrating? Have you made up your mind yet? Because it's a week away. Y'all, a week today away. So next Thursday is Thanksgiving. Have you decided what you are doing this holiday season? If you're traveling, if you're staying home, if you went, it's just going to be you and your immediate family or your household family, because sometimes it's broken down. It can be broken down into just your household family, then your immediate family, and then you have extensive family, extended family and friends, and it could be all all together, or that little small population of your in-house family. How are you spending your Thanksgiving season? We're praying that you're getting together, you're connecting with someone, that you have, some kind of resource and whatever. You can go on Emerge to Wellness and Chat with Cat and Friends for some resource information concerning food giveaways, distribution of food, that's happening from, I want to say, from Saturday. They've been happening because last weekend, and shout out to our outreach and evangelist team, because they had a wonderful and great outreach last Saturday, out on Front Street, serving food, giving out coats, hats, socks, and all of those necessary items for winter wear, for those who may be homeless, may be in transition right now, and have need of those things. And maybe they sweaters and hats, socks, and all of those things, and food. I believe food was there being served, and food was being given out in baskets or boxes or something like that. So we praise God for efforts like that, and there's so many going on. Like I was saying, there's so many going on, and they have started weeks ago, but there are some coming up now, specifically driven to and for and support of the Thanksgiving holiday, so that we can all have food to eat, so that we can all have food to eat. So definitely tap into those things. If you are in need, tap into those places and those people and those things. If you are in need, if you stay not saying anything, then nothing will happen. So go out and, go out and do. And if those are things that your family needs, then you need to be there, and you need to take part, and you need to take the gift, an extension of love, because that's love in action. That's love in action when people are showing up to support and supply, and not asking for anything back. Not asking for anything back. That's what these are. That's love in action, and that's how we should be all the time. So we're going to pray for that as well. That's how we should be all the time. And this is a really huge time and era of need. Yeah. So we want that to improve as well. I just lost my, here we go. Another article that I ran across, the last one was from blavity.com, that was from Tyler James Williams, okay? That was from blavity.com. Now moving to msn.com, their health section, always going through their health section to peruse and see, what they're talking about, what are they amping up. And right now what they have is, oh, this isn't their health. I'm sorry. Scratch that. Can I rewind? I don't know how to do the sound for rewind, but I'm going to rewind. I'm going to physically and vocally rewind. Okay, it's not MSN Health, because I did look there, and I do have something for that for health, but that's from the CDC. This is from MSN, sharing a CEO was sharing some of the 4 traits that they look for and they hire on the spot. If people have these 4 traits, and I think they have to have all 4. I did read this, but now I'm thinking about that. I'm like, do they have to have all 4 or just one of the 4? They have to have all of them. They have these 4 traits, and I'm not going to go into them too much. You guys can Google that and read into them as much as you like on your own time, at your leisure. Okay, at your leisure. And I'm gonna start with number 1, and I'll give the writer's name. This was written by Susie Welch. Okay, these are not my findings. I didn't do this research, and this is not my information. And she wrote the information and got it from the CEO. Okay, so no plagiarism going on here. No plagiarism. When I meet someone with these 4 traits, I try to hire them on the spot. That's the title of the article. Okay, they're rare and invaluable. These 4 traits. They look for nerve. They look for elasticity. Elasticity, and I'll go into those a little bit. They look for soundness and wonderment. Those are the 4 things. Those are the 4 traits. When CEOs are looking and hiring, these are the 4 traits that this CEO is looking for, and is saying loud and clear that I'm hiring on the spot. If you have these traits right here, then you're the person that we're looking for. You're hired right now. I meet you and you convey these things. These are what it means. Nerve. So nerve was the first one. Excuse me. Also means having courage to deliver through tough truths with empathy. So you have to have nerve. You have to have courage. Okay. People who combine candor with kindness are rare and invaluable. Nerve is courage, clarity, speed, transparency, and an unrelenting bias for action. Okay, so that was the explanation for nerve, and this is what nerve looks like to the CEO giving this information. Okay, nerve means never making fast, high stakes decisions and using incomplete or conflicting information, and it takes real confidence to do that, to sit back, kind of go over your information, ensure that it's straight, ensure that that it's accurate, right? and maybe challenging it. If it's not, that's my ad, that's not theirs. Okay, it means, I'm going to say it again, having the courage to deliver tough truths with empathy. So having empathy is a part of having nerve. um, People who combine candor with kindness are rare. So being kind, even in having courage and maybe having boldness, I'll put that with that a little bit. um you're also kind and you're empathetic. And even in a challenging kind of atmosphere or a challenging discussion, you had the nerve to speak up on that subject or whatever it is. You have the nerve to bring it up, but you, in the nerve that you have, you're also empathetic to the nature of the situation. Probably you're empathetic to that. And I'm going off of what's being said is the thing that's looked for. And you're kind. It's challenging, it's tough. We're going to talk about it and we're going to get through it. We're going to be respectful and all of those things. Okay. All right. So next was elasticity. And you could probably guess what that is, because when you think about elastic, right? What is it? Or how is it? Right? So it's saying elasticity isn't just tolerating change, it's actually enjoying reinvention. So it's flexibility, right? It's flexibility, and it's a mindset that says bring on the new. I'm reading this verbatim from the site. It's a mindset that says bring on the new. I often look for what I call irregular relationships, friendships, mentorships, or collaborations with people very different from oneself. There you go. You're a standout. You're a standout individual. You have flexibility, and you aren't haphazard. So there's the nerve kicking in, because you aren't haphazard. You are thinking it through, and you have flexibility. You have flexibility to sit back and like take it all in. Take it all in. You have a mindset for stepping out, taking chances, but with nerve, you're not taking high stakes chances. So it all kind of goes together. I can understand. I can see it piecing together. These people signal flexibility, openness, and social curiosity that underpins comfort with change. All right, we easy going, but we're also wise. That's what it says to me. We're not taking no high stakes chances on things, and not putting all of our eggs in the basket, right? We're thinking it through and we're being wise. And we're also being empathetic when we're dealing with others. And you know what? When it comes to me, when it comes to ourselves, we gotta be as empathetic and graceful with ourselves as well. So the third one is soundness. The third one is soundness. I have to pause right here, y'all. I don't know what's going on. My nose is running. So stand by 1 second. Okay, and didn't see that coming. So I'm prepared now. I'm prepared. Okay, so we were on the third one, and that's soundness. The CEO said they look for soundness as well. Soundness is a bundle of traits that includes positivity, accountability, resilience, and self-awareness. Okay? you talking about? Okay. You can ask colleagues for feedback on the first three. Okay, and what are those? Positivity, accountability, and resilience. But self awareness, okay, that's the kicker. To them, that's the only trait on the list you can and should test for. So as a CEO, as a manager, as someone who's doing the hiring, I hope this information is helping you. It's helping you. And maybe you have a good friend that's in that position. Share it with them, or share, some information. If it's not this, something that will help. Because sometimes people are on pins and needles. You got 100 plus, that's what I'll say, 100 plus resumes that you're going through, and you're trying to distinguish between, and not just resumes, and then you're having your one-on-one interviews and all of those things. So some things that could help set people apart would be some of these traits, consideration of these traits, because some of these, look, take what you need and leave the rest. Some might be, I'm really not looking for Wonderment. We're getting ready to get to that. I'm not really looking for wonderment. This job, it doesn't really, and that might not be one of the traits that you consider one of the four. You might have three, you might have two, you might have one thing that you're looking for. So take it if you need it, leave it if you don't. Take it if you need it, leave it if you don't. So soundness, once again, managers are looking for soundness. This CEO considers it in the top one of the top four traits that they're looking for when they're hiring. And self-awareness is at the top. It's positivity. Soundness culminates to include positivity, accountability, resilience, and self-awareness. Yes, and that's what we're always trying to infuse into our youth, and connecting to them on that level, so that they can have positive self-awareness, so they can have self-confidence, and they're growing up, and growing up in the way that they understand that they have choice, and they can use these things to their advantage, instead of making choices that causes it to be a disadvantage. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, let me know. Let me know in the comments, so I can expand on that. Okay. So the last one is wonderment. And my apologies, this is kind of long. It's a little bit longer than my other videos, but hang in there with me, you guys. Hang in there with me. So the last one is wonderment, because I still have a health one to talk about too. So there's one more thing, one more aspect, and I'll go through that kind of quickly, okay? Because we're going to turn this thing off. At any rate, the last one of the four traits is wonderment, and I was like, wonderment, really? And reading this, okay, my mouse pad wants to act little. Of course. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Sorry, guys. Stand by 1 second. And yes, I did have it in order. It was straight. I am structured here. But computers and technology, sometimes they go off. And I'm not the only one that happens to. I know it happens to you too. So don't look at me like that. Don't treat it like that. Okay, back to the list. Wonderment. You're wondering how I am coming up with wonderment, says the CEO who gave this. In a world that's always changing, I'm reading this verbatim from the article, okay? These aren't my words. This isn't my article. I didn't write this. I didn't even do the research for this. Well, I found it, but I think you get it. In a world that's always changing, your currency is your currency. In other words, how current you are on trends in technology, culture, and ideas directly affects how valuable you are to your organization. To your organization. The most successful people don't just absorb what's next, they share it in-house, sparking fresh thinking across teams, okay? Wonderment is intellectual curiosity, okay? That's what they're defining wonderment as. You may have a different definition of wonderment, but in business, the career field, some CEOs, this is what they call it. This is how they define it, okay? Wonderment is, let me find it. Wonderment is intellectual curiosity, cultural fluency, peer around corners, and the proactive instinct to bring the outside in. All right, I get it. I'm with it. I understand this. I understand these things. Wonderment is intellectual curiosity, cultural fluency, peer around the corners, and the proactive instinct to bring the outside in, to make things better, to understand that there is something outside of yourself, right? Intellectual curiosity, instead of just taking the what, that top layer of information and just running with it. You doing a little research. You understanding that there is some additional understanding that should and needs to take place, right? Cultural fluency, you kind of down, you kind of knowledgeable about this and that, what's going on trending wise and all that. Hey, these are the 4 traits that CEOs are finding they want people to have, and they hire on the spot if you have them. One more, once go over: nerve, elasticity, which is flexibility; nerve, which is like boldness, not too risque, not too risky, but you're a thinker and you take things into consideration. People, you look at the whole picture, okay? Soundness and wonderment. Okay, those are the 4 things. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that that is helpful to someone. Someone is out there and they're like, oh my gosh, how do I choose? How do I choose? This may help you. This may help you. It's not like the one and only way. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm gonna just do it on camera this time. I think I did the last time too. It's okay. It's okay. And I hope I'm not catching a cold. Let me tell you something. No, I hope I'm not catching a cold. But I'm gonna go to my go-to right after this, because I don't want it. If it's trying, I don't want it, and I'm against it. I'm against it, and it's not happening. So y'all gonna be able to tell in the next few days if it happened, full blown or not. Okay. So the last thing I wanted to share, don't go just yet. The last thing I wanted to share is from the CDC about rethinking our drink, rethinking what we're drinking, drinking healthier. And I know, I'm talking about some things, being healthy and having choices and managing our weight and all of these things at not the most opportune time, because it's holiday time. It's holiday time, holiday season, and all the cakes, all the pies, all the cookies, all the things are going to be showing up everywhere without you even asking for it. They're going to be there. They're going to be there, and you're going to have to make a choice. So I'm just here to help you think it through. Help you think it through and put some management and some restrict. Well, we don't like the word restriction, do we? And some we just trying to put some things together so we can empower one another to make the best choices, especially during this time when all of the things are right before us and it's like, oh my gosh, I want one of everything. Let's not do that. We want to pull it back. If we were eating 3, maybe we just take 2. Look, y'all saw my one finger. Maybe we'll just take 2 instead of taking 3. Maybe we'll do 1. Maybe we'll go even an extra on some occasions and do 1, or maybe we won't do any. We're trying to help. We're helping each other, y'all. Y'all are helping me, and I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to empower and encourage you while we go out to eat Thanksgiving dinners at all of these different places, or at the one place. You could just be going to one place, or you could be fixing it yourself. And you like lemon pound cake. That's my favorite. Lemon pound cake. And you like lemon cake. You like all the things that are lemon. That's me. I love it. You like all the things that are lemon. And you like the things that are strawberry too. And sometimes okay. So this last thing, sugar is so common in our drinks. There's a whole lot here that I wanted to share, but in the respect of time, I'm going to go ahead and skip it. Water. We need to drink water. So some of the things that are out there that contain a lot of sugar, and you can read it on the label. You can taste it, but you read it on the label and see all of the sugars that are included in the ingredients. And we'll go over a short list of what the names of sugars are called, because it's not called sugar. Some of it, some of them most things have some cane sugar, and it'll say, but then it has all these other names as well. It has all these other names as well. We're going to go over that real quickly and real briefly right now. So sports drinks has a lot of sugar. Brewed sweet tea, and then there's an extra sweet tea. There's an extra sweet tea, so it's got extra. It's got extra, and it says it in the name. It says that. I think y'all might know what brand I'm talking about. Extra. Energy drinks have a lot of sugar, you guys. Soda. I can't drink sodas because they have high fructose corn syrup. That's a sugar. That's a sugar. And I'm straight. That's poison for me. It lays a sister out. It lays me out. So no high fructose for me. Sodas have high fructose. That is the sugar. It's the way that it's made. That's the problem. And you can look into that. I'm not going to go into that right now. But soda has a lot of sugar, guys. Stop drinking the sodas. Cut back. Cut back. Nobody likes to be told to stop anything. So we want to cut back on sodas. We want to cut back on the sugary drinks. We want to cut back on the sugary drinks. And I'm losing my energy saver is on. That's what it's telling me. So that's another reason I gotta condense this down. And that's cool. That's cool. We're almost at the end. Fruit juice drinks. They run neck and neck with soda. Fruit juice drinks. I'm reading this from the list on the cdc.gov website. Okay. I'm not a nutritionist and all of these things. I do know these things because I do read labels. I have to because of high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, I just told you it lays me out. That's one of the things that I found contributed to my stroke, my mini stroke, because I had to keep a food diary. This was years ago in the beginning after my first, and I had to keep a food diary, and I had to write because we had to find out, what is this coming from? Why, So I encourage you to do that. If you're having issues of any kind and you're trying to, anything that you're trying to figure out, you got to kind of peel back. Okay, what did I do? What did I do here? What did I do there? What were the things that were included at this time that weren't included last time? And for me, the best way that I did that, and what my neurologist kind of instructed and suggested me to do, was just to write everything down and write the ingredients of everything, and what, and then you can compare what are the commonalities in those things. And that's how I got to find out that it was high fructose corn syrup, and that was it. And it's been so much better ever since then. And if I eat it, I'm fully aware of it the very next day. It doesn't happen right away, but the very next day, I'm paying a price for it. So it's something that I don't, it's something that I don't, there's no room for me in that, and I don't play with that. I don't eat it. I don't eat it. From time to time, I may ingest it because I didn't ask about it. Because I didn't ask, like if you're out at a restaurant or whatever, most times there's certain things that I just stick to, and I'll just, because it's safe for me. And instead of going into this whole diatribe and conversation about, well, what's in this and who wants to do that, right? Nobody wants to do that. And I don't want to be that girl, that customer that needs a list of ingredients. I don't want to be her. I don't want to be her. I don't want to be the only one at the dinner table who the waiter has to stop and kind of sit for, all this time explaining all these things. So you know what? It's okay. All the stuff that has the syrup and all that, I'm not doing those. I'm going to stick with these, and that's what I do, and that helps me. Okay, so sorry. I hope that was okay. It was okay to share. We're still in the same thing. This says regular orange soda. So orange soda must stand out. It does, according to this. It has 13 teaspoons of sugar, where regular soda has 10. So you orange soda drinkers, You might have to change your soda, or don't drink this whole soda, or drink a whole soda, a like make it a day. Break it up a little bit. We want to slowly, we want to be falling out on the floor having, because we had to stop. Okay, so orange soda drinkers, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Orange soda lovers, that's the only soda I drink. Orange soda. It's my favorite. It's got the most sugar. And this is from a little ways back. So you better bet these things are filled even more with sugar. And sugar is addictive, you guys. Read about it. It can be a rabbit hole, but read about it. Sugar, yeah, it's one of those things we just gotta do less of. And during that moment, I should have did one of these and I didn't. But it's okay. I'm gonna live and we gonna go forward. Okay, so those were the top 6. Those were the top 6 in as far as how many teaspoons of sugar. Sports drinks has 5 teaspoons, and you may think teaspoons is not a lot, but it definitely is, because they come in these little skinny bottles. It's not a lot of drink in there. These little skinny bottles, or they're kind of short, and so 5 tablespoons is a lot for one of them little skinny cans. Okay, sports drinks has 5 tablespoons of sugar. Brewed sweet tea has 7 tablespoons of sugar. Teaspoons. I'm saying tablespoons. Teaspoons, and teaspoons are a lot when it's compact in one little container. Okay. Sports drinks have 5. Brewed sweet tea has 7. Energy drinks have 9. Regular soda has 10. Fruit juice is right there with regular soda with 10. Regular orange soda has 13. Something about that orange soda. Okay. Now, to go over really quickly the alternatives, and tricks to rethink our drink is what's provided here on cdc.gov. Is to choose water instead of sugary drinks. That's tap water, unsweetened water, bottled water, spring water. I'm adding distilled water, and all the other waters. You can do your research on waters. Waters is a whole another subject to look into and to find out some information about water. If you need more flavor, some of the suggestions, and I've seen this done. My sister adds lemon, she adds lime, cucumber, and these are suggestions right here. Berries even, to your water. I don't add these things to my water. I don't necessarily love water, but I try to drink more of it just because I have to and I need to, and I know that it's good for you. So, and room temperature water is best to me. Cold water is kind of hard. It's harder to ingest for me. And I want to say I read that somewhere that room temperature is like it's less stressful on like going down. Okay, but whatever, just drink the water. Cold, hot. I do hot too. Cold, hot, warm, ice. I definitely don't do ice because I stay cold. Anyway, okay, it's not about me. It's not about me. Okay, so they have a note here for energy drinks. Although they increase energy, or they are hailed to increase energy, they also have added sugars, and they have large amounts of caffeine. So if that's something that you're, consider the caffeine. That's also in it as well. And concerns have been raised about the potential health risks of these products, especially for young people. Okay, so if you're looking for a quick pick-me-up, the suggestion is plain. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's always water. The alternative is always water. It's water. Dehydration, it says dehydration is often a reason for low energy. Another reason to drink water, because those other drinks, they're so sugary that they don't quench your thirst. They don't hydrate. You know, they kind of take away, because a lot of them have a lot of salt too. It didn't go into that because that's not what this article is about. But if you look at it, a lot of them have salt too, and sometimes you can taste the salt, especially in energy drinks and other drinks. You can taste the saltiness. Like, it's kind of, it's a layer. You can taste the layer. It's a layer of salt that's in it. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, give and take. Oh my gosh, will and won't. Why? Other names of sugars, and this is going to round us out, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me, with us. Other names of sugar are cane juice, corn syrup, dextrose. We stay away from these. My family does. We try to vehemently, on purpose, intentionally. That's what that means, okay? Cane juice, corn syrup, dextrose, all the oses, O-S-E, all the oses. Fructose, my poison. Fruit juice, concentrate. You guys have to look into concentrated drinks, okay? We want to, if we can't totally eliminate them, we want to reduce the amount that we're ingesting and taking, okay? Fruit juice concentrates, we don't do concentrate, guys. Fruit nectar, such as agave nectar, glucose, like I said, all the oases are just sugar. So this is what I found, like, kind of weird, in that I didn't know, but there's fructose, and then there's high fructose. Now, high fructose is the one that's I cannot eat high fructose. Fructose, however, it doesn't have the same effect. Why? I never even really looked into it, but what I do know is high fructose is the way that it's manufactured, right? And so it includes all these other things. So that's it's high fructose. Yeah. The high isn't on it for nothing. I'll leave it at that. That's, yeah. Honey, malt syrup and syrup. Molasses, these are other names of sugars. Sucrose, there's another O's. Sugar and sugar cane, okay? And I don't think these are listed in any specific order. Nope, they're not listed in any specific order. They're just all the names of sugar. What is dextrose? It's sugar. If it has, I'm gonna go back up here. If it has, and I am not a dietitian, this isn't my expertise, but I do know a lot about it. So if it has, let's say this regular orange soda has 13 teaspoons of sugar. 13 teaspoons of sugar. It can have a combined, it won't say 13 teaspoons of sugar. It's going to say sugar and how much sugar there is in it. But then it's going to have the dextrose, and it's going to have the fructose, and those don't, in that ingredient list, it doesn't tell how many. It doesn't give you a measurement. So it's going to have corn syrup, dextrose, fructose, glucose. It's going to have all of those things, and all of those things combined to give it that sugar, that teaspoon amount that they arrived at, which is probably higher now, because this is information from some time ago, from a few years ago, 2020, last year. Yep. So I'm sure it's increased. I won't go into why. I'm just saying. Just saying. Take it from your girl. I'm just saying it's probably worse. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining us on Chat with Cat and Friends, the Wellness Network. Thanks so much. Check out the website Emerge to Wellness. Once again, availability is here. If you need a facilitator for your positive workshops, for your groups, for any kind of groups with youth um, that the intention and motivation is to lead forward, to guide, and not only a protective but an awareness measure for emotional balance, emotional stability, just trying to lay those foundations in their youth so that in the adult life, when pressures and all, there are other things that we're trying to set the groundwork for in our youth, so that when adult life happens, young adult life happens, teenage life happens, and even their days right now, our youth are just bombarded with so many more things than we were when we were younger. Yes. So managing emotions and managing, these are core things that they need for life, because the decisions that they're making sometimes are life changing. So helping them to manage better and be more skilled, have the tools, knowing the options that may be available to them, or what I'm sorry, or what we want to give them. I'm sorry, my attention went somewhere else. Or what we want to give them. So that's what we want to do. We want to inspire, empower, cultivate, nurture, and all of those things in a way that they have the appropriate and best tools to help themselves make better decisions, be better people. What? Be wise and conscious of themselves. We are the only people we can control. It's me. You are the only person you can control. I can't control everything else. I control me, and my action and my interaction, right? And with that sets a precedence, that sets a vibe, that sets things in place. That sets things in place for more goodness, more greatness. That's the law. That's the law of grace. That's the law of blessing. That's just how that works. So and I didn't make it up. It's not me. And I'm thankful for it. And just being an extension of the love of God. That's what we do. That's what we do here at Emerge to Wellness Support Services, and that's what we do at Chat with Cat and Friends, the Wellness Network. That's what I do in worshiping with my loving worship family at Abundant Harvest Ministries, giving thanks to the one and only true God, who we serve and boast on highly, and have a good time doing it too. So, with that being said, I'm closing out. I thank you guys for tuning in. I pray that something here helps you along the way, and I pray that your spirits are uplifted. That I don't know, even I don't know anything. I hope something helped you. Even like me having a, yeah. If that made you laugh, great. You feel, and I hope you feel a little bit better than you did when you initially sat down, or you're feeling like, God dang, that's just like me, or something. There's a connection, because this is community, guys. So we're setting it up, and I'm hoping to move forward and press forward. Well, we're going to press forward. We're going to press forward and go as God leads, and just be obedient in the Lord. And not saying that's what you have to do. We're going to encourage you to do. We're going to encourage you and be a living testimony for that. We're just going to be a living testimony for that, and see how that plays out. The goodness that comes from that. Thank you, Lord. I'm out. Have a great day, you guys. We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. You can't erase it. Nothing. So have a blessed and wonderful, thankful Thursday, Fierce Friday, also Saturday, and all the rest of the days. We pray that you have joy, peace, and the will of God be with you and over your life. Ta-ta for now. my phone. It's a lot at the